Hey guys, tonight I am making chicken and shrimp fried rice with pineapple. So starting off, I have 4 cups of cooked rice. Whenever you make fried rice, you want to use leftover day-old rice. I always have leftover rice in my house, but again, 4 cups of rice. I'm going to be putting 2 carrots, chopped up pretty small. If you can see, I'm going to teach you guys how I cut my carrot. I have about 7 scallions, green onion. I like mushroom. I'm a fan of mushrooms, so I'm putting mushrooms in my stir fry. I have about 1.5 cups of pineapple. I literally just took a whole pineapple, took out the inside, chopped it up. I have 4 eggs. I have 2 chicken breasts. I have these jumbo shrimp. They are peeled and deveined. I did keep the tails on. I have about maybe 3/4 cup of soy sauce and oyster sauce. So we're gonna cut the onion last because onions tend to make you cry. So we're gonna do that last. So when I'm cutting my carrots, clean them, peel them, and I chop them in half. It's just easier to manage. So, you know, half of the whole carrot, okay? So from this point, I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna cut this in half as well. Make sure you keep your fingers out the way, all right? Then from here, I'm gonna cut this into 3 slices, just like this. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side. Make sure that you're tucking your fingers back. You don't wanna cut a fingertip, that would just be bad. Then you're gonna take your carrots and you're gonna line them all up. If you see, they're all the same length, they're all the same thickness. You want everything to cook evenly at the same time. It makes your food better. So from this point, keep your fingers tucked in so you don't cut anything. Keep your knife on the board and just slide across. Make sure you move your fingers back as you're cutting. All right, and then you're gonna have carrots all the same size. So that's how I cut my carrot up. I always prep all my ingredients. It makes cooking easier, more organized, and then obviously cleaning up is a lot easier too. So as for my scallions and my green onions, how I do these ends I want to cut off. Just discard them. And I'm going to take my scallions and I'm going to cut them in half and then put them all together. Again, this is just easy cutting, makes everything easier for you. And everything will be the same size. Same idea with the carrot. Keep your knife on the board and just slide down. There's that. And next, we're going to cut our onions. So I'm going to keep the root end intact, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this end off. Now I have a sturdy surface for cutting, less likely to cut yourself. I'm going to cut it in half, keeping the root end intact still. And then you're going to want to peel off the first layer, including the skin. Okay. I like onion in my fried rice and I don't like it, you know, really small pieces. I want to know that it's there. So from this point, if you look, all the veins or the way the onion was designed, they go, you know, from the root to the other end. You want to just follow those lines. I'm going to be cutting probably 1/2 inch sections. Keeping the root end intact. You see? Okay, then I'm going to be cutting the opposite way. And that's an easy way to cut my onion. I'm not crying because, again, I think this has something to do with it. I could be wrong, but this is the part that I cut last. All right, so this is how we cut our onion. Stay tuned, and I'm going to show you guys the next steps. Okay, guys, at this point, I have about a tablespoon of oil in my wok. You don't have to use a wok. You can use a big pan. You want to make sure you have a big enough pan to fit everything. And what we're going to cook first is we're going to cook the eggs first. We're going to cook the eggs and then we're going to remove them and we're going to start adding everything else. So, well, I apologize, not everything else. I'm going to do my eggs, then I'm going to do my chicken, remove my chicken, and then I will start incorporating everything else. The shrimp, I'll probably add those with the vegetables. It does not take shrimp long to cook, and you do not want to overcook them. So this pan is extremely hot. So we're gonna go ahead and get our eggs in here. And it's a fried egg, you know? So crack your yolk, get it thinned out. Okay. You want to be careful with how much salt you use, because that soy sauce and the oyster sauce is very salty. So I would probably season at the end. This is going to cook up fast. So let me get a plate for this while it's cooking up. If you are using a wok, you probably already know that the center is going to be the hottest. If you ever need things to cool down or the temperature too high, you can just pull everything away to the side. Okay. So that's how fast that's going to cook up. Get this removed from the pan. My spatula is not quite working, so I'm going to grab a spoon. Alright, so now, I'm going to set that to the side. I'm going to add a little bit more oil. I'm going to add my chicken breast. I'm going to add a little bit of seasoning to my chicken breast. Okay, so to the chicken, I just added black pepper, garlic powder, and again, very light on the salt. This wok is very hot. It retains a lot of heat. It does not take a long time to cook your food in the wok because it is so hot. And again, stir frying, it's all about fast cooking. Another reason that you need to be prepared with everything in place. So again, we're gonna cook our chicken up. In a couple minutes, we will remove this from the pan. Okay, so now I've removed the chicken. I'm going to add my fried rice. I'm sorry, my white rice. Break it up a little bit. And at this point, I'm gonna start adding my vegetable. My carrot. I'm gonna save my scallions for last. My mushroom, my onion. I'm also gonna go ahead and add my oyster sauce and my soy sauce. Okay, gonna get this all incorporated. All right, guys, at this point, the stir fry has been cooking for a little while, few minutes. The carrots are tender, onions are tender. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and start incorporating my pineapple and my shrimp. Gonna give this a stir. Once the shrimp are just about done, just a couple minutes, I'm gonna add everything in. One thing that I forgot to tell you guys was I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds on top. I like sesame in my fried rice. Okay, so let these cook for a couple minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead Get everything in, get it incorporated good, and then I'll show you guys presentation. All right, here's the finished product. Got your chicken, your pineapple, your shrimp, sesame seeds. You guys gotta try this one. It is so good.